don't do this. But we're gonna do it. We thought we'd come on and kick it with you live on Instagram. Peace. Peace, family. If you're tuning in. They said they want me, everybody keep on asking me what happened to Polight. What happened to Polight? Yeah, we'll tell you what happened to Polight. Polight, now he see how it feels to be accused and still go to jail for something you didn't do. So he started to listen to all them suckers who were lying on the master teacher. Right? So all them suckers, they were lying. We caught them. Some of them, we caught them in their lies. Some of them came clean before we could catch them. Like, Tariq no L, meaning he ain't no damn L. Right? And then, so now, we know Polight got set up. They were trying to get money out the boy. Same people that he tried to be friends with and come and get in bed with, and they still turned on him. That's the devil for you. So, it's disappointing that the brother would try to do all that in the club, drop the charges type shit, and the whole time he going to jail. When the shit was going on, Baba came to me in a dream and said, don't speak on it. And we didn't. Till now. So he said we could talk about it a little bit. But we'll say this. Polight, you turn your back on the master teacher. Right? We don't know what your real reasons was. But keep in mind, the master teacher is the reason you got all that money. Because he taught you how to do the real estate and stock market, all that. He used to have private conversations with this brother on real estate and all that. That's who he learned it from. He learned it from the master teacher. So like when you see Polight riding around in his Bentleys and all that, yeah, see, he had a different ideology on things. Polight wasn't a religious guy. So he didn't want to learn. He wanted to learn. The master teacher knew. To me, he knew everything. And then, so he knew about the real estate and all that because he had sold up Bushwick Avenue. Went down. They got the land, 400 acres down in Georgia. So the master, and then he was playing the stock market. You know, Baba had a whole bunch of stuff going on, generating revenue for his people. But one that real estate and all that part, that's the way Polight took a like to, and he studied that and he took it and ran with it, and started doing his thing. But it's a thin line between certain things. He got to look too careless and not knowing you still connected to Malachi, whether you say it or not, nigga. You forgot. They already got you marked as a Malachite, whether you try to disown him in the public or not. So that's why. So Polight turned his back on the master teacher, and now how he see how it feels to be accused and go to jail for something you didn't do. Master teacher he only got 7. They gave the master teacher 135 years in the underground facility. You see? And the people that came clean and told they were lying, told that the whole storyline on how COINTELPRO set the master teacher up. And now they gonna come on, they coming on my page, attacking me, saying that I'm still taking up for a child molester. They still attacking Baba. These people, I block them I don't got time to try to convince nobody no more that Malachi was set up. If you don't got it by now, you either fucking retard. I ain't gotta convince you that Larry Hoover was set up. If I ain't by now, I ain't gotta convince you that Jeff Ford was set up by now. Those three people, Baba, and people say who is Baba? Baba, that's a translation amongst our tribe for Pops. That's what one we call Baba Pops. That's Dr. Malachi Z. York, Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird. So when you hear me say Baba, it's Baba Yanun, because it's two different Babas, right? Let's make that distinction. One is Ham Baba, right? That's Tanush, and then you got Baba Yanun. That's Murdoch, the angel Michael, right? So for people that was asking that, but yeah, I ain't gotta beat it over your head no more. That Baba, Jeff Ford, and Larry Hoover was all set up by the same guys. Same guys. They in the same prison. Yeah. Put it together. They never catch up. Man, I'm telling you. So for people that's coming out to say you still taking up for a child molester, to me it's three things. They either a bot, some kind of bot computer system. Two, they're a fucking retard. Three, either some kind of way along the line, they either got brainwashed or some kind of way Malachi hurt their feelings when we came with the actual facts. You know what I'm saying? The actual facts hurt niggas' feelings. True hurt sometimes. You know? So I even got to convince you. You gonna come on my page to disrespect the master teacher, we just gonna block you, and we gonna pay like you never existed. Because you a fucking retard. They try to do a larger. They try to do anybody that can rise up to lift their people up. If you rise up to be able to lift your people up. See, I'm gonna tell you you wanna know what got Polight in jail? It ain't what they say he did. It's the people. It's all the people that hate him. He created a lot of haters. When you're doing what you're doing on the camera, you create a lot of haters. And so all those haters were sending hate energy towards him. They wanted him to go to jail. So you got to go back. There was it's a man that we posted on our page, and he told y'all about this energy. That when a whole bunch of people hate you, they send energy towards you. Just like that's what they call fans. You know, fans blow air. Then they call the people who they blow air on stars. You know, fire needs air to burn. So what Polight did is created a whole bunch of people that hate him. And most of them hate him because they see him with all the women and they see him with the different cars and things of that nature. And they sent a lot of hate towards him. And that hate got him in jail. I'm telling you. Like it was this one dude they put on stage. They told him to hold his arms out, like, straight, like he on the cross or something, right? And the dude said, try to stop me from pushing down your arms. And he started to push down the dude's arm, and he couldn't. Dude was blocking him, had his screen up, right? Then, it says about 400 people in the crowd. He told everybody in the crowd, I want you to take your mind and focus it on this dude on the stage. And I want you to think in your mind that he's weak. That he's weak and that he can't stop me from pushing his arm, this guy from pushing his arm down. So everybody in the crowd focused their attention on the guy, and they thought in their mind that he was weak. And then the guy tried to push his arm down, and he was able to push it down with ease. The dude couldn't even stop him from pushing his arms down no more. Why? Because now all those minds are now focused their attention on you, and they're thinking in their heads all the same thing. This is why they don't want you to think in sync, because they know how much power you got when y'all all think alike. That's a problem for them. That's why they got so many different things going on. Football, basketball, this, that. So many rappers, so many different things to keep you all separated mentally. So they know the power of your brains and your tribal groupness to think on one accord. So that's what happened to Polight. That's part of it. The first part was he I can't say he dissed the master teacher, but he did, like, he ain't honor his word that he told the master teacher that what he was gonna do. And he just backed out of it and started, I don't know what his reasons were, but the camera is what got him in the camera. Doing too much in the camera, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got a whole bunch of people, thousands of people that hate him and want to see him, and half of them people hate him because they say, oh, he Malachi's son. They hate him because they hate Malachi, right? And so he got to look at that. He should have took that into consideration as well, but he didn't take it into consideration because he thought that when he distanced himself from Malachi, that it was all he was fast. He was in the cliff. Nah, brother. You think it's funny, man? But yeah. So you got all these people focusing their attention on him, saying he's gonna go down. He's a molester. He's a killer. Try to defame the brother. And now all them energies going towards him took him down. Ultimately, it weakened him. Man, get you one girl. Keep your original girls, like the two girl wives you with. Don't be messing with all these other women because you got that money. Well, it's too late to tell him that now. If I was him, I would have kept those two wives that I already had. And the mother try to have 10, 15 wives. Man, you starting to look like a pimp to me. Half of these niggas look like pimps. And half of you Hebrews, no sweat, y'all still like Pharisees and Sadducees stoning people on the corner. They on the corner stoning niggas to death. You know what I'm saying? With they loud horn, stoning niggas to death. Ain't nobody gonna accept what you got if you gonna stone them to get them in there. Yeah, the churches they faded out too, but it's certain key elements in church, because there's good things involved with everything. But I don't see no good in Hebrew Israelites on the corner of stoning folks. No, Jesus came to end that, right? Because they brought the lady to Jesus, and they said this lady was caught in the very act of giving the guy a blowjob. Well, they didn't say blowjob or whatever. They just said that she was caught in the very act. I'm just trying to be funny. Yeah, we caught her right there doing it. So it says that in the book, they should be stoned. See, before Yeshua, they were stoning people to death. You got caught cheating or whatever, breaking the law, they take you out in front of a wall and stone you to death. That's what they still doing now. These guys on the corner stoning people. You know? So, we got any questions? Drop them in the chat, man. We are the race. Yeah, so I feel sorry for that brother and his family and his daughters. They had to go through this. Because I have reason to believe the brother was set up so he can get money out of it. And I believe that he wouldn't pay the money because it's going to take him pretty much all the way out. And that's why he chose to do the time over the money. Because I'm going to tell you, man, money talk. Money get people out of a lot of shit. But some people don't want to spend the money, so they just rather take the time. Because time is money. Money is time. Listen to that. Polight really ain't had to go to jail. He could have paid to get paid and settle out of court, but he didn't want to pay. Now, they really set him up because they see. Look, the reason why they got so much evidence on Polight is because they set him up to do this to him. They was already plotting. We got to figure out a way to set this dude up. So that's how they had these alphabet boys. They real good, man. You gotta if you feel like they after you, you gotta be on your P's and Q's, man. You can't. But I'm gonna tell you, he would have been protected by God's law. Yeah, I'm telling you, he would have been protected by God's law, keeping the Sabbath, all that. A lot of niggas might say, "Young going crazy, man. What the hell, Young talking about? Nigga, we children of Inky. We the children of Israel for real." Yeah, but that's another story. Yeah, but he would have been protected, man. He wilding too hard. But like I say, he turned his back on the master. That was his first mistake. That was his first mistake, my nigga. The nigga that he was still on the bench with that told him that Malachi molested him, we already proved that he was a liar. That nigga cold blooded. He make my flesh crawl thinking about him. That's how hard. Like what kind of demon is on this dude to keep on going with that lie after he done been busted cold fucking hard. Like everybody know he lying. And he, so it is what it is. Polight see how it feel to be accused of something he didn't do. So now he know how Malachi feel. Now maybe he'll go back to saying, "Oh yeah, well maybe they did say that Baba." Nigga, you know they. Boy, I'm like Elijah Muhammad said. I wish I could slap this nigga in the back of the head. Just say, "Brother, wake your ass up." You know what I'm saying? And get on the side of truth. That's what Elijah Muhammad used to tell niggas. Wake your ass up and get on the side of truth. And then I heard Polight say, "Oh yeah, man, I did an ancestral background and traced my bloodline back to I think he said Nigeria or somewhere." I said, "Damn, this nigga must be one of the Moors." The Moors. I'm a Moor too. Don't get me wrong. I got Moor. We got Moor, and we Washita. So we are the Washita Moors. The MUU are Moors, not the Morons. You know, the Morons. Yeah, so that dude tried to act like he was out and like he was I don't know, man. But I knew he was gonna go to jail. That's why Baba said don't speak on it, because I knew he was gonna go to jail like 2 or 3 videos before he posted that video with him in the club, like the charges dropped. Cause I saw the look on his face, like he was disappointed. Cause we read micro expressions. Really detailed with it. I can look at somebody and tell they lying. I can ask somebody a question and just based off of whatever how they respond, I can tell if they lying or not. Because if you go watch this, actually they give you the whole college course on a series called Lie to Me. You go watch Lie to Me, they teach you everything about facial expressions, micro expressions, all these different things. So when I seen Polight walking, he had a white shirt on, like in a blue hat, and I can look at his face, and I could tell that he knew he was going to jail then, based on his micro expressions. Now, is Polight guilty? No, this is all part of the damn same operation to keep Malachi's name down. They're gonna use Polight It ain't even about really polite. It's about keeping Malachi name. See, like father, like son. It's about attacking Baba. This ain't shit ain't really got nothing to do with polite. It's about keeping Baba down because polite ain't did what Baba did. Polight ain't put out the type of information. Polite got away from that shit. The shit they about like this shit right here. The Let's Set the Record Straight book. He got away from shit like that. So this ain't about polite. This about still trying to keep the master teacher name dirty and down. That's what this shit is about. If you ain't figured it out, I don't know what to tell you. Polite ain't went and got land. He got some land, you know, in his little real estate and shit. I'm talking about land, and but he doing that inside the matrix. I'm talking about outside of the matrix, and you claiming your Native American heritage and all that shit. He ain't doing it. That's what Baba did. Baba Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird, and that's why Baba is in jail. Polite is in jail just as a like a overblow to try to see, like they gonna try to all these niggas, they trying to connect and put Polite with Baba. Trying to say that, yeah, it's like father, like son. See, he just as guilty as his dad, and this how these niggas do it. A whole bunch of clowns. We don't waste our time beating down another man unless that man attacked us. Now, if a man attacked me, I'm gonna come after you. But if a man ain't attacking me, I don't give a shit. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about him. Why I gotta spend my hard-earned time to try to build a whole tape on a guy to try to tear his name down? What kind of nigga is that? That's a lame. That's a I don't know what type of niggas them is. Them niggas right there is weird niggas. Weird niggas. I ain't got time to waste on it. So you got niggas out here who putting whole tapes together to try to go after the master teacher. And then they going after Polite, but then they tying the master teacher. No, nigga, Polite is intelligent. He got his spark or his start or whatever. The master teacher is what put him where he is. I'm telling you. If he talking about to tell you the truth, he'll tell you. So, but he nothing like the master teacher. He's a student or son, or he was like a son. I don't know what happened to him, man. Fuck, man. It's a disappointment. Yeah, so, yeah, the master teacher. Then you got people that coming out, some chicks. When people attack me, it don't even mean nothing to me because I'll be trying to see where it's coming from. Why, like, they just hate me, or they're just trying to get some plays, or what? I don't know. That shit never get no plays. And then right after they diss me, everything bad started happening in their life. Right after they attack me, next thing you know, God attacking them. The God of the universe, the energy, the big mama energy, whatever you niggas want to call it. That energy, as soon as you diss the young air, because they know if you diss the young air never did nothing to you. So boom, let's fucking destroy your ass. Take their whole fucking family out. Telling you, man, these niggas that guard me, they don't mess around. Rashad Jamal, same thing. Rashad Jamal came out. He was getting shit off my page. All that shit that he was quoting. But like some of the shit, he probably philosophical it. But like the extraterrestrial shit and all that, he was getting it from my page by way of me getting it from Baba and the holy tablets and all the other shit that Baba put out. He was getting that from me, and he never mentioned Malachi. He never mentioned Young Elder. He tried to make it like he was this new guy on the scene coming out with all this information. And boom, the universe set him down, took him off the streets, put him in jail. So y'all niggas don't like my brother FaZe, but a lot of shit FaZe saying is true. I mean, he may say everything I'm saying is fucking true. That's what FaZe gotta say. Everything I'm saying is true, nigga. What the fuck you mean? So the niggas, some of them niggas FaZe coming out after deserve it. Some of them, I'm telling you. He telling the fucking truth. I listened to him the whole time. Like when the first time I heard Rashard Jamal, somebody called me. I think it might have been the fourth elder. He called me. He said, hey, man, this dude Rashard Jamal, he out here teaching, and he got his shirt off and everything, and it sounded like he listened to you. So they sent me the link to the tape. I listened to it. I said, oh yeah, that dude, he gonna be a sharp guy. He listening to the tapes or whatever. And then I just went on. I didn't think nothing about it. But then they started blowing this guy up big. And he's never mentioned Malachi. He never mentioned me. So Big Mama said, let's sit him down. Let him think about that. See? Yeah, a lot of y'all don't like my brother Face because he go out to people, but I'm telling you, a lot of people that he going out to, when you look at it, they deserve it. That he telling the truth. It ain't like that. We got the copyright on this information, and I ain't saying like that. I'm saying it like insofar as giving niggas they props. You know what I'm saying? Showing respect what respect is due, type of thing. You know why? It's a lot of big niggas out here, big shows. That I even talked to some of these guys, and they said they were gonna bring me on the show, but then they all said they changed their mind. Why? Because I'm connected to Malachi, and when I come on their show and I say I'm a student of Dr. York, then they say, oh, and then the shit that I'm kicking, they say, damn, this nigga is sharp. How sharp is Dr. York? Nigga, you can't even calculate it sharp. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Niggas, you can't even calculate Malachi sharp. So they saying that this nigga is like spitting all this shit, and he a student of Malachi. They would give Malachi props. They don't want to do that because they hate Malachi. They hate Malachi because if they hate Malachi, they hate me. If they love Malachi, they'll love me, and all the other children of Malachi that's out doing their thing. But like I say, that's the truth. Whether you want to listen to it or not, that's my perspective though, on why Rashard Jamal got why Big Mama served him up. Now, but Rod said that this is a rerun or some kind of cycle that's supposed to take place because he wanted the reincarnations of one of the chiefs on the land. Well, I accept all perspectives, but like I say, to me, it seemed like he was talking real heavy. Like if you go back to my Galactic, he was watching them Galactical tapes, them Galactic Family of Life tapes, and he was just coming regurgitating that shit like he was the nigga that he was supreme knowledge or some shit. That shit was crazy. But we never did get mad about it. But maybe the universe did and shut him down. I'm just telling you, man. This is how this shit works. And like Mark Brady used to tell us when we was in middle school, he used to say, don't never say you know everything. Because if you do, the universe gonna say, well, this nigga don't need to know nothing else. So if he know everything, he don't need to know nothing else, let's cut his water off. And then your ass you just be stuck. Tell him, I don't know shit. Remember that. Y'all the other don't know shit. Don't quote me, homeboy, I ain't said shit. Is there a minute before it? Yeah. Like, we had different names. Yeah, so I don't know shit, my nigga. Every time I think I know something, I learn something else, and I be like, damn, I really didn't know shit. I'm telling you. Because when I was studying, when I went through all the schools of masonry, at one school, I think, man, I got this shit down pat. And then I go to another level, I say, damn, I ain't know shit. And then I say, oh yeah, I'm on this level, I got this shit down pat. And then I go to another level, I was like, man, I ain't know shit. Till you got all the way up, until you figured out, well, this is 720 degrees perspectives. You must collect all perspectives. This is all perspectives. Ain't no arguments no more. Ain't no fight. I ain't got to wrestle on the ground with what you believe. That's a belief. I'm going to let you go on what you believe. But I done heard it because I'm 720. I done heard I'll listen to it and see how you word it to collect it. I just collect perspectives now, man. I don't argue with niggas no more. So yeah. We try to people that we love, we do try to, beat them over the head just a little bit. So we at least say we tried. People who we love, we repeat this couple times just to get it, over to them. Hey, shout out Sunrise in the building. Shout out Return of the Nine Ether Gods, man. Yeah, but we just wanted to bring that to you, man. Even though we Polight is in the dang situation he's in, we still consider him as like family. But he's just like Malcolm X did. Malcolm X, we consider him as family. But Malcolm X turned on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's what he fucked up at. See? I'm telling you. He didn't listen. He was hard-headed. Elijah told him, don't speak on Kennedy. Well, I see, man, don't speak on Kennedy. It's a reason why I'm telling you this, young nigga. I ain't telling you this because I'm trying to control you or nothing, nigga. I'm trying to save your fucking life. Don't speak on Kennedy. What did he do? He went, spoke on Kennedy anyway. See what happened when you don't listen? Then from that point on, his life went down the drain. His life was niggas chasing him. Niggas, But they was actually watching him before then. We about to do that tape, what happened to Malcolm. We about to drop that on YouTube. Either today or tomorrow. Says the class for what? The class for what? Yeah, man. So we says is Rod smarter man you ever? Nah, Malachi is. Rod is more intelligent than a doctor, though. Rod is smarter than a lot of doctors that went to college for 20 to 15 years. But Malachi is the most, because really I can't say that he's the most man, because I can't say he was even the man, because average man don't learn 26 languages. The average man don't write that many books. The average man don't translate and know shit word for word and memorize that much shit word for word. Nah, man, he was extraterrestrial. He was an alien. Bible is an alien, man. Maybe that's why. Maybe some of these niggas that they got in these prisons over the Florence, Colorado. Maybe they got that prison's underground and so heavily secured because they holding extraterrestrials instead of regular humans. That's why they got to have them underground and keep them under 25-hour surveillance and all this shit. Maybe because they know they extraterrestrials. I'm telling you, man, think over that shit. Think over that shit. I'm telling you. Rod has a natural high level IQ. Y'all all do. Just some of us stand out amongst the rest. Stand out. Yeah, but like I say, Rod smarter than doctors, because me and Rod have been on conversations with doctors, and the doctors, he telling the doctors shit about their own profession that they don't even know. Like he was telling them shit, like when we was on the phone, I said, damn, Rod, we got the phone. I said, damn, Rod, you told them shit that they didn't even know about their own fucking profession, and they went to school for the shit. That was mind blowing. Yeah. So no, Dr. Malachi Z. York is the smartest guy that I think. Then after him, the smartest guy after him, the smartest guy that I know, like as far as in our family, after Baba, is who is the smartest guy besides me myself? Nah. No, I'm trying to think. The smartest guy uh, outside, like when you say smart, I'm trying to see because how to word that. Like, you mean like intelligence, or do you mean like know the most knowledge, or like that thing? But it's a whole bunch of people out here. See, what made then Baba just didn't, like, you got some of our scholars, they just study one thing. Like Dr. Bean, he studied ancient Kemetic science. Dr. Clark studied like African science. But Baba studied everything. He's taught us every fucking thing. Like all the schools. I know he stood out from everybody. He stood out from every. It's just the way his brain worked. You know what I'm saying? He was extraterrestrial, man. Dr. Phil is intelligent, super intelligent. He's one of our great scholars in our family. Until he started getting a little old, and he started talking about that flat Earth thing. Nah, I was just messing with you. Shout out Dr. Phil Valentine, man. We love Phil. That flat Earth thing, though, we can't roll with it. But we're dealing with perspectives. The Earth is flat. If you're an ant, one fucking backyard can be the whole Earth. Yeah, the Earth is flat if you're an ant. Or if you're a caterpillar or something real small. Yeah, so we got Dr. Phil, Dr. Delwood Blair, all of these guys. Everybody that you know that their name stood out, they were intelligent. And sometimes they try to put our family members against each other so that one can beat down the next. But like I say, where our folk came, I'm about to get out, man. But yeah, the Polight thing is just a father try to criminalize the master teacher's name. And we ain't gonna let that happen, bro. Polight separated himself from the master teacher. He was out doing his own thing. So they're trying to be a pimp and you not type of shit. Got him caught up. You're not a pimp, Polight. You are a businessman and a mogul. That's what you was putting on for us. And then he fucked up when he disowned the master teacher. And I'm out on that note. We'll get back with you, man. Peace, love, hotep, Islam, assalamu alaikum, salam alaikum. Ashug waduk.